Okay guys, so today we are back in Photoshop. Today we're going to be focusing on how we can manipulate pixels, how we can change pixels, and how we can clean up or alter photographs, similar to what you guys have maybe seen on magazine covers or with celebrities. I'm sure you guys have seen this kind of work before where we're getting rid of tattoos, acne, scars, things like that. On Google Classroom, I have a folder with 3 different choices. I'm going with Fetty Wap, his tattoos, and maybe some of his blemishes here on his mid face, things like that. Over here on the left is where we'll be working today. We're going to have 3 tools we focus on. Today we're focusing with the spot healing brush, the remove tool, and the patch tool. Skip over the band-aid guy, the healing brush, will come back to him. So how this works is you grab your spot healing brush, you can dial up the size. If you're not sure, that's your left and right brackets. That changes your size. Basically what you're going to do then is paint over any blemishes or areas you want to cover up. And it fixes it. Notice how I got too high though, and it grabbed some of his hair and it kind of pulled the hair into the pixels. You don't want that, so that's your spot healing brush. Next one is remove tool. It's a little bit easier. You just drag it over areas that you want to remove. And we'll give it a second. Mine's kind of slow. And then as you can see here on the left hand side, we got rid of those tattoos along his face. And then the last one, like we said, is going to be the patch tool. This guy is a little trickier. It depends on what area of the photo you're working on. But essentially, you just draw around a shape. I'm only going to do part of his tattoo this time. And then if you see this little microchip looking guy with the arrow, it'll point to a direction. Basically, if you grab your area that you selected with the little ants and you drag it, you can kind of pick different pixels nearby to try to replicate. Now, obviously, if you get in the way of things, like you can see here, my little chin hair repeated itself. But basically, you can kind of do that and then play around with what areas you try to cover up and drag it from. It's a little bit difficult, obviously, with this guy, but you know, I can make it work. Obviously, maybe in this case or in this area of the head, there is a better tool. But as you can see, this side already looks a whole lot better. I'm going to turn this guy off so you guys can kind of flick back and forth between the first one and the second one. So normal Fetty Wap, my Fetty Wap, normal Fetty Wap, my Fetty Wap. This is my older version I did before, just so I can kind of play with everything and make sure I was explaining things correctly. As you can see, this one looks a little bit better than my first attempt, or my second attempt for you guys. Then on this side of the face, feel free to just play around with it, duplicate things, maybe make it crazy, maybe make it kind of monstrous. So in this case, let's see if I wanted to, you know, maybe get rid of an eye, I could do that. And if I wanted to, you know, get a new area up here that was nose-like, I could do that. You know, however you want to do it. Play with this side, make this one kind of crazy looking, clean this one up, make this one look normal and nice and clean and, you know, photoshopped, obviously.